we're moving on to some WWE news because this past weekend, WWE invaded New York City at the Jacob Javits Center for Fanatics Fest. It was the first annual Fanatics Fest. But the big headline here is that WWE won big. They had multiple autograph signings, they had multiple kind of panel discussions, and WWE was the only organization to sell out of all their events or to kind of like run out of tickets for all their kind of related events. And because Fanatics is pretty much connected with every major league, every North American major league, the fact that the NBA was there, the MLB was represented, and NFL, NHL, whatever was represented at this festival, and WWE came out on top, I think it says a lot. But I wanted to know how you felt about this.
So for SummerSlam, that venue, which is in Ohio, I think it's the Browns Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the Stones did $42,000. If y'all are unaware, Rolling Stones, 42,000 people. I think WWE did 67,000. It's just at an all-time high. You got people our age, people that's older, people that's younger, that are watching. Now, I'm gonna say the two names as to why people are watching. Three names. Like, I'm not a huge Cody Rhodes fan, but I do give him his props.
Yes.
But I will say, actually, no, four or five people, really, realistically, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill included. But if we want to talk about the top two people, with Cody being three, that got people back into wrestling. Number one is The Rock. Like, nobody could tell me The Rock coming back this year was not effective. You're lying to me because it's older people that used to watch wrestling. Like, The Rock back? Bet, I'm gonna watch it. All them appearances he was doing in Utah when he was cutting them hilarious shoot promos. Yeah, I watched them promos like Tupac music videos. Some of the funniest stuff ever. I go back and watch them promos earlier this year, and I know it's gonna be more hilarious when they start the Roman versus the Rock stuff because he gonna call him all type of different type of names. And then the second name, I just said it, is Roman Reigns. So those two guys, besides Cody, Bianca, and Jade, I feel like got people more involved than ever. So that being there, and it's selling out makes all the sense in the world. Now they got Travis Scott doing Fiend to be, WrestleMania 41 soundtrack. Hey man, they need to get I Show Speed, who was there. They need to get him in the PC. That I think me and you have talked about that kid. I've talked about that kid numerous times. He's not a normal human being.
He's
And
not.
I feel like we need that match versus Randy Orton too.
To kind of piggyback off of that, I Show Speed has the potential to be the next Logan Paul as it pertains to WWE. The guy is, he's polarizing to say the least, but the guy is super athletic. He has the energy. He has a must-watch factor. And I think that that's super compelling. Like, bro did a standing backflip on stage in front of Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. Bro is fearless. And the fact that bro really took probably one of the most brutal RKOs I've ever seen, because that was straight to the floor. Like, nope. And he talked about it. He was like, yo, bro, I was knocked out. Like, but the guy has no fear and he's super athletic. So I feel like WWE needs to keep an eye on I Show Speed, no pun intended.
Them two
As it
Lamborghini
pertains,
jumps, that told me everything I need to know.
bro, he gets up. He gets up. He's crazy. And you also got to think about this. Like, he's getting older. You know what I mean? And a lot of the sensationalist centric stuff that he did when he was like a little bit younger, it's like he has the intangibles to produce that again. But I feel like he needs to be able to bring it into a realm where that can work for him on a bigger scale and on a bigger level. WWE is that bigger scale and that bigger level. So I think that that's something to kind of pay attention to. When it comes to WWE at Fanatics Fest, this is something that I feel like is a business principle in entertainment. It's not about the followers you have. It's about the fans who show up. The reason why Michael Rubin is big on WWE is because WWE fans, wrestling fans, show up and they show out. You can when we talk about the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, they pack out stadiums, they pack out arenas, right? That's not a surprise. But when it comes to these other activities that are more outside of the stadium, outside of the arena, WWE fans are showing up in certain contexts and environments where other fans are not showing up. And so that makes WWE as a property valuable, but it also makes the pro wrestling industry as a whole more valuable. And so Michael Rubin talked about it. He was like, man, obviously the WWE is not as big as the NFL, but this is a really, really special group. And I feel like because they showed up and they showed out this time around, I feel like this means only bigger and better things for them moving forward, especially when it comes to their relationship with Fanatics. Like, you already saw the product was being advertised out the roof. These legacy belts with the teams on them, those are about to fly off the shelves for basketball season, football season, hockey season. Like, those belts are about to go crazy. But to the fact that they were able to kind of thrive in that environment, like you said, like you saw Travis Scott come out as Rey Mysterio's tag team partner. You saw Lil Baby take a picture with Triple H. Like, WWE is as big as it's ever been, and it is. I think it's The Rock. I think it's Roman Reigns. I think it's Jade. I think it's Bianca. But I think more importantly than all of that, I just feel like the product and the storytelling is better than it has been in recent memory. And so I think that it doesn't matter the talent that you have if you're not utilizing them in roles that best suit them and where they are, then it's worthless. And it's kind of also like a perfect storm, right? Like, Roman just came back. Rock is still obviously plugged into the WWE product, but then you have Punk, who is pretty much a WWE ambassador at this point, talking about how they can get paid days off, and like the fact that he has a positive reputation. I think that all of these things are creating the perfect storm to see a resurgence in WWE so that they can do well at a place like Fanatic Fest. But that's my whole thing. But I want to know how y'all feel about WWE Fanatics Fest. Let us know in the comments below about how you felt about their recent successes. But we're going to be moving on. Thank you guys so much for watching the Culture 316 podcast. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you guys can stay up to date with all upcoming videos and events pertaining to Culture 316.